Hi guys, welcome back. I wanted to jump on here today. I wasn't really planning to film anything because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like a little bit under the weather. I have a little bit of a cold and I'm pretty congested. And talking just activates all the tearing and everything. But I wanted to come on and just do a quick video in light of the circumstances of what's happening in our country. I don't know if I would assume most people have heard that there was a shooting at a school in a city called Parkland, Florida. And as I don't know if any of my subscribers already know or what, but I am from Florida. Parkland is actually maybe like I'm not exactly sure how far away it is, but to not exaggerate, I'd say like somewhere about an hour from here, probably less than an hour away. And I'm not crying, even though this is a very sad subject. I'm really not feeling. I'm feeling very congested, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, yesterday a former student of a high school went into the high school, had a beef with the school because he was expelled apparently last year, went in there and started shooting and killed 17 people. Last I heard was 17 people. I haven't watched the news today, to be honest with you, because these kind of things make me very sad, because I have two girls. They're in elementary school, but I have two children in school, and things like this just they scare the crap out of me, to tell you the truth. Before I go on, I wanted to just say, when I decided to do YouTube, I wasn't sure how exactly, all the specifics of everything that I was going to do. But one thing that I kind of had decided was that I was going to try to keep, and I don't know how to put this, but I wasn't sure how I was going to put my beliefs out there, because I know that I am a Christian, and I know that my beliefs don't line up with the popular opinion nowadays. Not all of them, just some of my beliefs don't really match up with what most people believe, but those are my beliefs, and just as I respect everybody else's beliefs and their choices and their opinions, I would like for people to respect mine. So it's not that I'm ashamed of what I believe in or anything like that, but I don't force my opinions upon other people, just as I expect them not to try to force their beliefs and their opinions on me. But at the right time and at the right moment, I will share what I believe. But I wasn't sure how I was going to put that out there. I did want to do videos, incorporating some of the things that I, believe in and stuff, but I wasn't sure how it's going to happen. But I think in this video I'm going to be as open and just speak as plainly as I can, and I hope I'm not, and my intention is not to offend anybody. My intention is not to open up a can of worms of controversy and debate and anything like that. I'm just speaking from the heart. And all I wanted to come on here and speak about was not so much the specifics of this tragedy, but just to encourage everyone out there. Two things. Number one, for all the parents out there, I know that sometimes having kids is such a challenge. They make us want to pull out our hair. They make us want to run away. They make us want to quit and never come back. They make us yet at the same time, they fill us with such joy and pride and love. And it's a really challenging job that we have as parents. But I encourage each and every one of you, no matter what, don't ever let your kids leave your sight, your house, without you giving them a big hug and a big kiss and saying, letting them know how much they mean to you, letting them know how proud you are of them, how much you love them, and all of that. Because God forbid something ever happens to one of our kids while they're away from us, you want to make sure. It's something that I'm sure no parent ever gets over, is the loss of a child. But you don't want to think back, God forbid again something like that ever happens. You don't want to think back at your last time or your last moments with that child and think, I didn't let them know how I felt. I didn't tell them how much I love them. Just take the time every single day. Don't let a day go by without your kids knowing how much you love them. It's so important. I can't imagine what the parents of these kids are feeling. It's something unfathomable to me, But I mean, that's my encouragement is, you know, and speak to your kids. My husband and I were saying we're gonna have a conversation with our 2 girls, the ones that are in school. I mean, my oldest is in 3rd grade, and the middle one, she's in 1st grade. And this is not something that you want to talk to a 1st grader about, you know, letting them know, giving them instructions of, you know, anything like this ever happens to them. It's a scary thing because you don't want your children to live in fear, but it's something that we have to do as parents, to speak to our children and let them know that not everybody in this world is, you know, a good person, and that there's people out there who are truly disturbed and do bad things. And unfortunately, that's the world that we live in right now. So it's important for us to love our children and let them know, but also speak to them and at their level, let them know what kind of things are going on and what kind of things they need to be aware of, and instructions. And, you know, I try to always tell my kids, you know, my girls, when I tell them, you know, no matter what happens, because like when they come home and tell me about, oh, we had a fire drill or tornado drill, we had this code or that code, or if a stranger comes into the school, I always tell them, you know, if anything ever happens to you guys at school, you know, try to stay as calm as you can, be as brave as you can, follow your teacher's directions, and know that at the end of whatever it is that is happening, mommy is going to be there to come get you. Now I'm getting Ooh, give me a second. So I try to tell them just to be calm and to just, you know, always in every situation know that at the end of it, I will be there, and they will, you know, I will be there waiting for them to be able to, you know, grab them and pick them up and bring them home. But I also let them know that no matter what happens, the scariest situation that they could ever be in, all they have to do is pray. I didn't plan on getting so emotional. I'm not like this usually, but I mean, when it comes, any parent can attest, when it comes to our kids, forget it. So I tell them that in any situation that they may be in that may be scary, not only to remember the instructions that mommy and daddy have given them and whatnot, but if they ever find themselves in a situation that when they are afraid, all they have to do is pray and ask God to comfort them, ask God to protect them. And again, I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't believe in God, and you know, that's what you've chosen to believe, but I have chosen to believe that there is a God that watches over us. And yes, bad things happen, and I'm not here to debate, you know, that whether, you know, there really is a God, and if there is, why does he let things like this happen? I'm not here to debate that, and I don't have the answers for you. I'm just here to put, you know, to put something out there for those who do want comfort, and who do want, you know, to hear some comforting words, you know. The other thing is that we have to, in light of this situation, and not just this situation, but all the negative things you hear on the news and, you know, going on all around the world, is that we have to take time to stop and enjoy what we have. You know, think of the little things in life that we tend to take for granted so often. Just life itself. I mean, how many of us can truly say that, you know, we make it a point on a daily basis to stop and give thanks for just being alive that day? You know, give thanks for our health, give thanks for, you know, our well-being, for our children. Those are things that we sometimes take for granted. We get so busy in the flow of every day and everything that we forget to be grateful for just living another day. So I just wanted to come in here again really quick and kind of like offer some words of encouragement. And, you know, this loss is very tragic, and, you know, all of these families, at least for me, are in my thoughts, are in my prayers. I pray that they find comfort in such a horrible time somehow. I know that it will take time, but I pray that, you know, eventually there'll be some healing. I pray that things like this I know it's not gonna stop. I won't be naive in thinking that this is gonna end. Unfortunately, this is the world we live in now. People are evil, people are bad, people just have lost their minds. All we can do is live every day with our loved ones and with our families as the best we can, be the best people that we can be. Take each day, don't take anything for granted, and live each day like if it was our last. Just, you know, if you believe in the power of prayer, pray on a daily basis for God to protect you, to protect your children through everything, and that's the best that we can do. Yes, there are other things that we can do to, you know, rally for change, but in the end, you know, more on a everyday basis, these are the things that I believe that we can do. As soon as I get my girls, I am going to hug them and kiss them and make it a point to every single night and every single day let them know that mommy loves them, daddy loves them, and no matter what, you know, we're a family and we'll get through anything together. Other than that, I think that's really all I wanted to share today. Sorry for the little breakdown, but you know, like I said, when you have kids, things like this really just touch you and you start to put things into perspective, and it makes you kind of like it just gets to you. That's all I can say, it gets to you. So I hope this wasn't too sad of a video. I just wanted to, you know, offer some words of wisdom as much as I could. Other than that, I guess I'll see you guys on in my next video, and thank you for watching. Bye.